to listen to stories, and we all love stories and we all create stories, but we never write stories. We often create stories, that is to give some excuses to your parents. You may create some stories, you will tell stories, and you love to listen to stories. If one of your friends who can just tell wonderful stories, you'll be a patient listener to him. And all most of the films you are watching, you're concentrating on the stories, and how it is told. That is what you are just listening. Sometimes the story, the theme may be good, but the way it was told may not be good. So how to tell story, why I'm just concentrating on stories? Because all stories are narratives. So what I'm going to do here is how to write a narrative, how to write creatively something. That is what I'm going to tell or show, explain, and experience. Definitely, I may get some clues from your side, so that will be helpful for me also. So straight away, I'm jumping to certain presentations. That presentation will have certain movies, certain slides, certain pictures, and everything. And continuously, you just answer those questions. Whenever you're having some problems, ask me, sir, I have a doubt, like that you just say. While screen sharing, I can see only a few on the right side. Rest all will be out. So whenever you're having any doubt, or if you want me to just say some Malayalam words, if you want me to say some certain meanings in Malayalam, it is nothing wrong in just using Malayalam in this sort of classes, because Malayalam is our mother tongue and we are confident in that one. So we can use Malayalam also, and don't be hesitant to ask questions. I cannot ask question in English, so why I am keeping quiet. Don't. You can ask questions in Malayalam so that I'll give you answers in Malayalam or in English. I'm not against Malayalam, or I'm not advocating only for English and everything. I'm an ordinary teacher who has learned in Malayalam medium schools and teaching in Malayalam medium students. And that's what I'm just telling. As Baiju was telling about me, I have just recently fresh youth in retired people, a very young retired teacher, because yesterday only I have retired from my service. So I am very young. Like that, you also. Please, I'm just going to telling stories. Please listen to me. Hope you can see the thing. Story is the title I have given, personal and story writing. I'm going to tell you a story now. Straight away, without going any introduction, here is a story. There was a girl. Her character was good. One day, on her way to market, a wolf attacked her. People saved her because she was good. She lived for several years happily. ഇതാണ് ഒരു കഥ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്. This is a story. But this story never create any impression in any person. Gokulas Nair, you are doing something on the screen. Please don't do anything. Keep your hands off the mouse or anything. Just keep quiet. Okay. There was a girl. Her character was good. One day on her way to market, a wolf attacked her. People saved her because she was good. She lived for several years happily. This is a story I told. But we know that one. This story And I'll tell you another part of the story, same thing. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl called Rani in a small village near Adirapura. Oh, she was an extraordinarily good girl. All villagers remarked about her. She studies well, one said. She sings well, others said. She did all that she was told. She was always truthful. She kept her clothes clean, drank milk, learned her lesson perfectly, and was polite in her manners. She was pretty too, but she was not as pretty as any of you. She was horribly good. She won several medals for goodness, which she always wore pinned on her to her dress. There was a medal for obedience, another medal for punctuality, and a third for good behavior. They were large golden medals and they clinked against one another as she walked. The same story I told in this way also. What difference does the second narration provide you? The second narrative actually gives a vivid picture in your mind regarding that girl. Why that girl is good. The reasons we are getting, logics we are getting, and we become satisfied. Otherwise, you are telling she is good. Why she is good? A question will coming in every mind. And here, those questions are satisfied by giving that the reason for why she was. And how did people consider her? How did people say about her? And what was the reason for her goodness? She was pretty, and there I am telling about she was not pretty as you. Why I'm telling that one? The reason is you, the reader, is always confident about, everyone is confident about our prettiness or good. And we don't want anybody to overcome us. But her qualities we are just describing. And one word I have used, horribly good. That will take us. And for her goodness, she won several medals for goodness, which she always wore. That is, she was keeping those medals on and she pinned those medals. And how that medal looked like? It was golden, it was big, it was large, the shape of it. So you can see a number of descriptions I have used to give the one. And by this description, actually, the character is getting exposed in front of the reader. And this, if this is the way, if we are telling in this way a story, if I am telling